I bring you people the state of the nation. The state of the nation. You get as I want to do today, gist so that I go understand them. I won't bring for una one guest. That guest now, una go listen to waiting. Him guys talk about the state of the nation. You understand? With all these things where they happen inside this country. And presidents, they busy. They attend to frivolities. They attend frivolities will not make sense. When him suppose attack the problems attacking this country. Now your wife now come the whole brief for him. Una they hear me. Una go hear things and things. Una they hear me. Una go even hear things where concern Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. How to broker peace in the southeast with the release of that man, since he has not been found wanted in any way. Because for peace to be in the southeast, Nnamdi Kanu must be released. Now understand? Even the Supreme Court does not have anything against him. They're just saying, go back to the lower court, let them try him, since they want to try him. But left for them, they don't have anything against him. And even the process that brought him back, the repatriation, they condemned it. So, they hear me? Remember saying Nnamdi Kanu run come out this country. Why? Because they won't buy him. He was enjoying bail in his father's house. They came to his father's house, Operation Python dance, killed everybody, killed 27 people, including his dog. He run. They go carry him from Kenya, come back, make him face trial now. They have not been able to prove that he is guilty of all the charges they've levied against him. So he follow for the state of the country, state of the state of the country. We wanna go here now, country states. We go play for one, so we wanna go know as they be inside this country. With all this gallivanting way, Tinubu, the gallivants up and down, down and up. We wanna go here inside that state of the nation. I want make una calm down and watch her very well. Then when you watch her, finish. Come and tell me what you think in the comment section so that we can dialogue together. Who I want give una? Now man, what did they call? Dan Olasi, elder statesman in the southeast or from the southeast. Dan Olasi. Listen to what he has to say about the state of the nation. We concern this matter now. Why I don't carry give una all this bombing where they happen, all these killings, release of Nnamdi Kanu to broker peace in the southeast, all those guys. Listen to everything he has to say. Then come and tell me what you think in the comment section. Make us start our own this argument for that place. Una they hear me. Watch Chief Dan Olasi, the state of the nation.
For you to be able to make a change in any system you find yourself, you must have changed yourself. It must be a process of change yourself. And when you look at the antecedents of Tinubu and his family, apart from Clinton and his wife, no leader anywhere in the world, past or present, nears the credentials he came into office with. Former senator, former governor, and now president of Nigeria. His wife, a former senator, vice president, a former governor, a senator, chief of staff, speaker of the federal house. How can you beat that credential? How can you? Isn't that incredible? And we are here talking about security, that. I was watching him in Owerri. If I open up my phone, it's a long time I shed tears last. When I look at children lying beside their dead mothers in Plateau. They didn't know their mothers have died. And they were still waiting for their mother to come up and maybe give them some milk to suck. And my president was in Owerri for inauguration of a governor. That is the priority of President Ahmed Tinubu, who struggled for democracy with MKO Abiola in this country. He was in Owerri. People are being killed in southern Kaduna. They faced the explosion in Ibadan. There's crisis everywhere in this country. And there was a time I was here. I said I'm not a security expert, but it's simple common sense. There's one young man called Nnamdi Kanu. You can quantify him. You know where he is. You're keeping him. The bandits you cannot quantify. The Boko Haram, you don't quantify them. I don't know where they are. I don't know where they're coming from. But I believe most of them are Nigerians. Have we made any effort in terms of dialogue? If these people are Nigerians, what are our traditional rulers doing to relate to these people? What are their problems? Because you see that every conflict is about unresolved grievance. In all situations, there's something worrying somebody somewhere that he's protesting about. And in a country where more than 100 million people are now, they are so poor that the Senate president is doing a 61-year birthday, closes a stadium in Uyo, and you don't want young people to kidnap other people. And it is sad because I believe Tinubu is very competent with a lot of experience, that he needed no advice from anybody. But the problem that he cannot sit down one place to think anymore. He was in Owerri and his wife was here addressing the kidnap of a man and his 6 daughters. I think 1 or 2 have been killed now. The wife, first lady, was addressing the country on behalf of her husband, who was in Owerri, having fun at inauguration of what? And you don't want young men and women, not to enter the business of kidnapping, where they get easy money, bad as it is. But what do you want them to do? When you look at people carrying, jeeps, the governor is moving with 15, 20 jeeps.
Chief Ulase, is that really an excuse for criminality?
No, excuse for killing. What is the excuse for having a birthday at 61 and closing a stadium? What is the excuse for that? In the country, you tell people to tighten their belts, and they have no belt anymore to tighten, no stomach to tighten with any belt, and they watch a stadium closed down for somebody to do a 61 birthday. For what achievement? For what contribution to the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Because his people are servants, cooking, they are servants all over the country. Is that his achievement of 61 years?
No.
Ridiculous things, let me tell you something. Ridiculous things are happening in this country, and we don't want to address it. But for a president of Senate, under the situation Nigeria is passing, he's the greatest offender. To close down a stadium with the first lady of Nigeria sitting down there. Do you see the shame a few days ago? They were launching a book on Buhari, who put Nigeria 20, 30 years behind. Launching a book. Gowon was there. And the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria was there praising him. I was just listening to the discussions people were having at the press review with Pantani and all those stuff. Tell me what has gotten better since APC took over. In the next couple of months, I'll be leaving partisan politics just to become an advisor for whomsoever wants to. Because what I see in the field, why would there be no complicity? Each time I travel, and I drive myself most of the time, I have a tendency of trying to give police people, army people on the road, especially in Anambra, that I'm in the southeast that is occupied. I give them money. And you see the relaxation, in their looks, how happy they get. And I ask them, why are you here? Why can't you people clear these bandits, whomsoever they are? They say, okay, in this convoy you are looking at, you will see about legislators, governors, people who have no business address, carrying not less than 7, 8, 10 mobile police. You see them so fat. Some of them are being paid, apart from the salary, 3,000-4,000 naira every day. And so you want us to go and die? You want us to go and die for Nigeria? When something happens to us, in 24 hours they will remove our families from the various police barracks. These are people God is supposed to be guarding you and I. And you see the grievance behind them. Is anybody thinking? When the new IG came, he said he will be relying on something. The same Nigerian police will have no value for life and will betray a country that has no value for life. That is why people are being killed all over the place. Any day you don't have on your news how many people kidnapped, how many people killed, then it's an exception to the rule. That is now the rule, that people must be dying every day. I have seen Nnamdi Kanu 2 times with the DSS. Currently one of the most brilliant, well-spoken young men this country has ever produced. One of the well-spoken, brilliant young men this country has ever produced. What's his problem? Talking about justice. And I asked President Tinubu, why don't you take one risk? Bring out Nnamdi Kanu. Look at the judgment of the Supreme Court on him. Almost 99%. The Supreme Court of Nigeria condemned the Federal Republic of Nigeria about all they did against Nnamdi Kanu. But said because the appeal court said the lower court had no jurisdiction, that they should go back for trial. They didn't condemn him for doing anything. His problem was justice for his people. And I asked the president, why don't you start somewhere? That's why I said Nnamdi Kanu is an identifiable quantity. Grant him, the appeal court had released him already. Grant him freedom. Keep him in one place and see whether 90% of the problem in the Southeast will not.
But he
die
escaped.
down.
He escaped from.
Why did he escape?
Before?
The same Supreme Court said that his family compound was attacked and more than 27 people were killed, and he escaped. Supreme Court of Nigeria said it. Didn't you listen to the judgment? He was running for his life. They attacked his father's compound, and he escaped. That was why he left. So what I'm saying is that let us start somewhere with some experimentation. Now the government is holding him. Let's take a risk. I'm prepared to guarantee that risk the government will take, because I discussed with him and I float on the same level with him. You may not like his methodology, but he has a lot of common sense. Is Nnamdi Kanu responsible for what is happening in Plateau with the bandits, with Boko Haram? It's everywhere. Is he responsible for the explosion in Ibadan? Everywhere. So why can't we start? You know, Igbos have a saying: if you have a lot of enemies surrounding you, you buy drinks for some. So that they are drinking, you face some others. When you finish with them, you come back to those who are drinking. You cannot face all enemies at the same time. That is what this country is pretending to do.
For centuries, the Ijele has been a revered masquerade in Igboland, a predominant tribe in southern Nigeria. The Ijele is a grand spectacle that commands respect, awe, and celebration. Today, Innocent Vehicles brings you the Ijele in a new form. A majestic, robust, and monolithic pickup truck designed to leave an indelible mark in the annals of automotive history. The Innocent Ijele is equipped with a powerful 3.0 L turbo engine and 4WD to conquer any terrain with ease. Make way for the Innocent Ijele, Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African roads.